Hey, everybody, welcome in. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Tarot and Astro Insights, and this is going to be a message for the collective. We're going to talk about these weekend collective vibes, then we're going to pull in with some cards, so please feel free to subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment on the video, and share the video, especially if you're resonating with the message. But we are in this massive period of expansive healing and growth. And so there might be a new understanding coming forward in these energies when it comes to any implications connected to unresolved wounding and any past injustices that you've gone through. And so this is all going to be deeply connected to trauma resurfacing. And so maybe at this point in time, you're feeling a little bit alienated when it comes to your personal convictions. But I do feel this is a very important weekend to take a step back, to learn to develop that inner sense of security, even if you have to maybe rebel against the status quo, because we're all kind of being called, I feel, to redefine what success means to us. And so how can you maybe let go of any traditional trappings that bring you a sense of security in order to find this deeper ambition that is likely surfacing in these energies so you can fully ground in your true soul's identity? And so we've got the moon transiting through Virgo this weekend. I'm kind of feeling in my element. I am a Virgo moon. Those of you that have watched me for a while are well aware that I am a Virgo moon. And so we're going to have the moon forming a sextile to the sun. It's going to be squaring it up with Venus, and it's also going to be in opposition to Saturn. And so the energies were very loud. I was shown the blending of the Emperor and the Empress along with the Fool. I was also shown the energy of the Justice card with the Queen of Swords in combination, and then the Death card with the Fool along with the Death card and the Ace of Wands. And so the number syncs have been very loud for me lately. Anytime I leave the house to run an errand, I see 777 multiple times along with 911. And when looking at the weekend astrology, what really stood out to me was number sync 616, 333, 505, and 434. And so let's talk about this combination of the Empress and the Emperor, because this does represent a period of time, I feel, of like a 0 point, an alignment. And so you might be resonating as this aligned energy because it's ultimately the energy of balance, stability, and abundance. And so this is all about gender balance. This is all about the utilization of both the inner feminine and the inner masculine energies. We are both. We have both of these energies that exist within us. And so when we come into that aligned state of these balanced inner masculine and inner feminine energies, it means that we are ready. We are ready to receive that strong and stable partnership when it comes to love. And so this is all about harnessing our internal power, our spiritual wisdom, to step into some type of leadership role, all while harboring a sense of compassion and unconditional love. And so this really is the ultimate definition of alignment and of balance, because the Emperor does represent stability and the Empress represents that nurturing energy. And so this takes a lot of mental agility. This takes a lot of inner growth, a lot of inner discovery to get to this aligned 0 point state. And I was also shown the Sun with the Page of Swords with the Empress and the Emperor. So this could mean a lot of growth, a lot of discovery. And this really is a beautiful pairing of energies that represents the growth within oneself, right? And that truly is what we came here for, to enhance this growth within ourselves. And it really is the need to strive for enlightenment, because we never stop growing and we never do stop learning. And so there's a certain sense of clarity coming forward when it comes to some type of decision making, especially with the Justice and the Queen of Swords combination coming out. And so this, I feel, is a very potent message. It's a message representing the need to make a decision based on a clear and unbiased viewpoint, especially connected to any situations where maybe you've been straddling, making a decision. Maybe you've been in a state of, I'm not really sure which way to go. The Queen of Swords is a call basically for a fair examination of all parties involved. And this is kind of not letting your emotions kind of sway any type of decisions, because it really is about making a head over heart decision. And so you think of the Queen of Swords, she is the embodiment of direct communication. And so this could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. It doesn't have to be. And the Justice is the cause and effect when it comes to past injustices. And so I felt this very strong, prominent energy of things are about to get real. Things are about to get real. You really need to prepare yourself for some very difficult truths to be brought to light, and then to address these very difficult truths. And so the Queen of Swords is all about clear and honest communication. There can also be a coldness to the Queen of Swords, almost like a very steely edge to a Queen of Swords energy. But the Queen of Swords is all about, hey, let's cut to the chase. Let's not pull any punches. Let's put all the cards on the table, because you know what? Queen of Swords is all about authenticity. The Justice card is all about bringing all of this difficult energy to the surface so it can be balanced out. So we can often, go into the energy of righting all of these past wrongs. And so there could be something very unfair coming up. It could be something from the past. It could be something happening right now, currently. But this is all going to be pulled to the surface, I feel, especially as we complete the Aries North Node cycle and prepare to go into the Pisces North Node. And so there's like an adjudication going on here, I feel, in the energies this weekend. And the Queen of Swords and Justice, really, it's all about telling the truth. Telling the truth. The truth usually hurts. The truth is going to shatter illusions. And there's no guarantee by telling the truth that things will go your way. But the truth really is all about avoiding making a bad situation worse, right? And so we can't really have intimacy in any type of partnership with anybody until we kind of embody that truth and speak that truth. And so really what I feel is going on this weekend is a very transformative event kind of surfacing. It's on the horizon. It's here. And so these energies are screaming, hey, what is it that you need to let go of? It could be an old habit. It could be a relationship that you've been on the fence about. It could be a pattern, a way of thinking. It's definitely this energy suggesting there's new opportunities here. There's going to be an opportunity for a new beginning to arise, but you might be finding it difficult to say goodbye to something that maybe was a part of your life for a very long time. Endings aren't easy. Goodbyes are never easy. We usually delay an ending or a goodbye long after the relationship has expired because it's difficult to walk away. It's difficult to say goodbye. And so this really is a time of rebirth and transformation within the collective, but clarity of thought is also going to be very important when it comes to decision making. Clarity of thought allows us to make these positive changes in our life, and it does allow us to be guided towards a better future. And so this really is a time this weekend, I feel, of freeing ourselves from the past so we can embrace this new cycle that is just on the precipice of beginning. And so it's really important to use all of these energies to our advantage. And it really is time to make a very meaningful decision. Once we make the decision, we have to take those necessary actions with the utmost thought and care for everybody involved. And so this is a huge reminder, I feel, you know what? Life will always present new challenges. Life is always going to bring forward challenges. There's always going to be another conflict. The spiritual path does not mean that you're without conflict, but it's all about finding the strength to confront issues, confront challenges head on from a directness with clear and open and honest communication. And so the Fool and the Death card was loud too, right? And so this really is the symbol of a new beginning. The Death card is all about transitioning from one state of being to the next. And so how can you embrace the energy of the Fool? The Fool brings forward a new sense of adventure, and the Death card is a reminder that change is inevitable, right? Change is inevitable. And so we kind of have to approach and be willing to embrace all of the uncertainties in life, because nothing is certain in this life except for maybe death and taxes. But we have to be curious, we have to be courageous, and we have to be ready to embrace the new opportunities that lie ahead for us within the collective. And so remember, we're here to take chances. That's what we came for, right? Life is all about risk, taking chances. There's no reward without taking a risk. So be willing to explore the new, be willing to go down a new path, be willing to say yes to a new adventure, because ultimately there are big changes taking place, and we are ending something huge right now, whatever that might be in your own personal situation or your own personal life. And so sometimes it is time to move on, and sometimes it's hard to move on. But this really is what allows us to go through this transformational process and to come out the other side rebirthed. So let's jump in with some cards. Let's see what other messages need to come through. We're going to jump in a little bit deeper with the Star Codes Astro Oracle deck. We're going to see if there are any additional astrological messages that need to come through. Keep in mind, Tarot Oracle, it's all about guidance. It's all about empowerment. I'm not here to tell you what to do. The cards aren't here to tell you what to do. So take this reading, take all readings as an opportunity for growth, to expand the way you see the world, and to step into creating the life that you truly desire, that you truly want. So let's see what needs to come through. I also want to mention this reading is not sign specific, but I will call out zodiac signs. And so we get Neptune and we get Capricorn. Perhaps you are a Neptune in Capricorn. It doesn't have to be. We currently have Neptune in retrograde in Pisces. I do feel a little bit of an, not quite an Ace of Wands, but like a Page of Wands energy. And we get some type of completion here, Capricorn. And so this is all about achievement. We've got Pluto finishing its final transit through the sign of Capricorn. We've got a few weeks left of Pluto and Capricorn at that 29th degree. And so what is it that you need to complete in order to go towards new achievements, new goals, new aspirations? 10s are endings, 10s are completions, and the 26 card also breaks down to an 8. And so this is going to take spiritual strength, strength of willpower to break through any type of illusions. Neptune also is about holding the vision. So you could be going through some type of disillusionment about a situation where maybe you've put a lot of hard work in. Maybe you've come to a point where there's nothing left to achieve here. But let's get further into this and let's see what this is all about when it comes to these weekend vibes. So let's see what we got here. Also, guys, if you would like to book a more personalized reading with me, please feel free to check out the links below. There will be links in the comment section. There will be links in the description to access my webpage if you'd like to book in with me. There's also now a new option to join up for one-on-one astrology mentorship with me. And you can also join the channel membership where I go live every Thursday at noon and I pull into all 12 zodiac signs. But let's see what needs to come through for a weekend message today. Juno partnership. So this card, I don't usually get a good feeling with this card because of the two parrots on the card. Interesting story too. I was walking around the block a couple days ago. I've been walking around the block several times a day, just trying to stay grounded in these very heavy energies. And somebody was trying to get their parrot up out of a tree that flew out of the house and up in a tree. Just very interesting. So the parrot energy for me is saying you got to be careful who you share your secrets with, who you share your truth with, because there's somebody here that might tell everybody everything that you've told them. You could be in a partnership with somebody where you've told them a lot of your deep, dark secrets. And maybe they're using this against you. Secrets can harm you. I also feel a 5 of Wands energy connected to a certain partnership. Juno is an asteroid placement in the birth chart. We get the 6th house, which is our day-to-day activity. So there's something about a partnership connected to your day-to-day life. Is this sustainable? Because there's like a 5 of Wands quality to a partnership here, along with a 4 of Cups. So not very pleasant energies to be sitting in, right? The 4 of Cups is inertia, it's stuckness. And then we get the Virgo energy. And this is all about digesting this very harsh truth. That is exactly what it feels like. And so the moon in Virgo is saying, hey, there's something here coming to light. This is kind of reaching the harvest energy. Where I'm located in the world, we are in fall, which is all about harvesting all of the crops off of the fields. And look at that bottom of the deck, Capricorn is all about achievement. And so we got to work hard to achieve our goals sometimes, right? And so below that is a very debilitating, discomforting decision here. And this is an invitation to really take a long, hard look at a certain relationship in your life. Is this meant for you? I feel a 10 of Wands energy. I also feel a little bit of third party coming through. I'm not going to sugarcoat that. And so this is the fall. This is the fall before the rise. Something about a tower coming through. And so there might be two paths being presented. I did feel the Lover's card with the Virgo card that came out, the Lover's energy. And so there is a need to kind of go within to figure out, is this partnership sustainable? Now, partnerships come in many forms. Usually romantic partnerships are what comes through in most readings. But a partnership can be a business partnership. It can be any type of friendship, workmanship. But there is a need to really evaluate your day-to-day life. Now, maybe you're a Capricorn 6th house. Doesn't have to be. Maybe you're a Virgo 6th house. Those are the two signs kind of coming out here right now. And so there's really a need to digest some truth connected to your day-to-day life. So let's go further with the book. Let's read into this energy, because the partnership card is saying there's going to be a challenge here. You could be dealing with a workmate or a relationship where they are not allowing you to live out your ambitions day to day. And so there is a situation here, I feel, that has turned into a lot of jealousy. There could be manipulation here. There's a very disempowering energy when it comes to somebody trying to micromanage your day-to-day life. That's kind of what that feels like. And so with the 6th house, worry is giving you the illusion that maybe you are taking care of business. There's some business here that needs to be taken care of if you are to further along your goals. And so we all have the ability to create a beautiful, sustainable day-to-day life if we pursue creating that healthy work-life balance. And so there's a need to reassess your home environment, maybe even your work environment. But I do feel there's a need to pay closer attention to somebody here that might be undermining you. So let's talk about the Virgo energy. I know this has come out before, and it can be very loud when it does. But I feel there's something here that needs to be balanced out. And maybe you've got a very compassionate heart. But I feel you need to maybe take a break. You need to weed out the dead parts of the garden. And so maybe you're afraid that, you know, once you come to this truth, you're going to be sleeping in an empty bed, or maybe you're going to have to sleep by yourself. But there's a need to kind of exit a situation. You really need to take a step back, because I do feel something about your day-to-day life is hindering your creative progress and your creative process. And so there's a very complex situation here, I think, and it's something about leaving your life. Something needs to leave your life. And the Capricorn energy, I'm feeling something about collaboration is what I'm feeling, something about investigation. But really, this is about keeping a really strong eye on any power and control dynamic. So are you dealing with somebody that doesn't have integrity? Have you been behaving without integrity? Because the Capricorn energy is saying somebody here is engrossed in a power control dynamic riddled with manipulation, I feel, on both sides. So there's control tendencies. And when you notice yourself becoming controlling and manipulative, it can create a lot of anxiousness. Maybe you're anxious about somebody controlling you. I do feel you can't really fall in love or be fully in love with another if you are in this power and control dynamic. And so spiritual discipline does need to be developed, I feel. There is like a mountain here that needs to be overcome. There's a situation here or an energy here that I feel is leaving somebody very depressed, feeling flat, maybe not seeing any progress. And this truth needs to come to light right now is really what this feels like. And so maybe you got to make some short-term plans to get out of a situation. And then you got to be able to climb over the mountain and then make more long-term plans. But ultimately, any step in the right direction is going to really catapult you further. So be the observer. Maybe you think you're trying to be somebody's savior here, but it's not really what you think is going on here. So somebody here, I feel, might have done something behind somebody's back, and that's going to be coming to light. But this is going to bring forward wisdom, inspiration. Over time, we do mature through these very controlling power dynamics. That's the gift of Capricorn, right? That's the gift of Capricorn. And we are closing out 15 years of this lesson with Pluto and Capricorn. So how can you reconnect to your honest spiritual traditions and values, because that's really going to offer you the seed point of creating a new solid foundation for this spiritual evolution. So let's go a little bit further with the Angel Wisdom Tarot deck. And then I did pull the Crystal Medicine Oracle deck for a healing card at the end. So look at what we got on the cut. We get the Magician and the World reversed. And so there is a need to recognize negative, repetitive patterns. The World reversed is, I don't want to see it. I don't want to know. The Magician can be manipulation. You think of the Magician and they know how to fool people, but I just feel magic needs to come back to life. Magic needs to come back to life. And so we always will be able to manifest exactly what we need when we close out karmic cycles. So there is something very karmic, I feel, playing out in the weekend energies. And so maybe you're having a hard time reaching success when it comes to your goals, because there is a repetition here that needs to be brought to an end. I do feel strong Saturn energy. So that's Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, and Aquarius when it comes to the signs. And we got Gemini, Virgo here with the Magician. And so if you believe that you can overcome these challenges, you will be able to do it. So this really is an energy of, hey, it's time to turn the page. It's time to turn the page. It's time to embrace freedom. But somebody here is stuck in a cycle, that's for sure. So fixed patterns are very loud with that cycle, I think. Negative, repetitive, fixed patterns. So let's get at it. Let's do 9 of these cards. And let's see what these energies are this weekend for the collective. I just heard rock bottom. So somebody might be bottoming out. And sometimes we have to lose it all in order to go through this enlightenment experience. So we get the 9 of Coins in reverse. And that's right below the partnership card. And we get the transformation card. So there's something about your day-to-day life about to get upheaved, because something here was not built on truth. It's not sustainable. It was built in an old belief system. And somebody here, I feel, has really procrastinated when it comes to breaking free or releasing themselves from a very challenging relationship experience. A very challenging partnership here. And there is extreme codependencies with the 9 of Coins in reversed. We get the Ace of Coins. And so this Tower is getting somebody on the pathway of going towards an amazing, beautiful opportunity here. And so it's like igniting a flame is what it feels like. And so really, what is it that you are passionate about? Because the Ace is saying you got to take action. You got to take action right now, because there is going to be a very powerful, unexpected revelation. Below the 9 of Coins, we have the 5 of Coins in reverse, and that was the 9 of Coins reversed. Central energy is this 9 of Swords, and so there's fear. There's unfounded fear. There's anxiety. There's overwhelm. There's somebody here, I think, struggling at night, maybe not sleeping well at night, being haunted by something from the past, being haunted by needing to make a decision. And then we get the Renewal or the Judgment card. And so if you see on this card, we get Pluto, and then we get this crossroads energy. And so somebody here, I feel, didn't see the red flags, or maybe they chose to ignore the red flags. But the Pluto energy is saying, hey, it's time to bring something to an end here. Something here is ending in order for you to be able to head into a brand new direction. And so it is time to go in a new direction. There's clarity coming, without a doubt. And I do think somebody here has a lot of fears surrounding money. Maybe they're using manipulation as a form to control because they can't take care of themselves. They don't have enough money to take care of themselves. Maybe this is a job loss. Maybe somebody here is being pushed into becoming self-employed. That's a possibility too. But I feel somebody here has kind of taken advantage of somebody's kindness. And then we get the 4 of Cups in reversed. We get the 7 of Cups upright. So there is like a wake-up call when it comes to third party. That's what I'm feeling here, third party. And the last card out is the 5 of Cups reversed. Very interesting. That last whole row is all cups. So a major wake-up call about some type of spiritual partnership, right back to the Emperor and Empress energy that I channeled. And then on the bottom of the deck, we get the Knight of Cups. We get the Page of Wands in reversed. And we get the Knight of Coins. And look at that. We got the Lovers card. And so it's kind of time to bring something into balance here. So we get Gemini, we get Cancer energy with the Chariot. And this is all about paying off some bad karma. So karmic debt is in focus. And there is, I feel, a huge tower connected to a long-standing partnership that is riddled in power and control dynamics. And so this is it. This is the pivot line. There's going to be some blunt, honest conversations coming through, I think, this weekend. And this is all about finding your motivation to take action on your behalf. And so somebody here, I think, missed a golden opportunity. They missed out on a magical opportunity. They've been stuck in a codependent cycle, focusing on what didn't work out. And now they're getting a major wake-up call. And so procrastination, no more. Somebody has for sure been overanalyzing a situation without a doubt. And so we all can choose to move forward in life. So nobody is actually ever really stuck. We choose to keep ourselves stuck. And so this is all about receiving the clarity and taking action to move forward, to stop focusing on the negative. The Five of Cups is all about focusing on what didn't turn out. And definitely a third-party situation here came between two people that I feel were meant to be together. And so everything always does happen for a reason. Sometimes we don't even understand why, but eventually that clarity will come when it comes to our purpose, what we need to do with the truth on our heart. And so I think you know what it is that you need to do here. And this is all about, I feel, an apology for a missed opportunity, right? So there was a golden opportunity. It was missed. The floodgates are opening here, maybe with a water sign, maybe with a Virgo, could be a Cancer, Gemini. But somebody, I think, you know, did not pay attention to the details, and they've been waiting maybe for the perfect timing to leave somebody out in the cold, maybe because they didn't have, you know, a means to provide for themselves. But there's a situation here that has grown out of proportion, and there is a need to refocus. There is a need to refocus because I think this new information that's coming in is connected to an Empress. That's what I feel. It's connected to an Empress here. So we got a King of Wands going towards an Empress, maybe sending an Empress a message connected to a downfall or the ending of a long-standing family structure. But I do feel there's a wound being triggered here as well. I don't know why I feel that, but there's a wound being triggered here. Look at that. I picked up the deck and this stayed on the table. So somebody's really withheld the love that they feel for somebody. And so there's a life partnership here, I think, sneaking up on somebody. So let's clarify this Nine of Swords. So this could have been a process maybe for the last 9 months. I think within the next 9 days or by that full moon in Taurus, there is going to be a need to face this unfounded fear because somebody really has created a self-fulfilling prophecy here. So what's the Nine of Swords all about? There's that ego card, the Devil. Somebody here is in some type of entrapped situation. It's an illusion, though. It's an illusion. The Devil is an illusion. And so somebody is so afraid, I feel, of taking accountability and responsibility for a toxic situation that they have created. And they need to make another choice if they want to go towards happiness. And so somebody here is really struggling because, yeah, they've stayed stuck in a situation pretending it's a happy marriage or pretending it's a happy connection when ultimately they've been dealing with somebody that they can't trust. That's what it feels like. Pardon me. Yeah, that's the truth. They've been dealing with somebody that they can't trust. And so there is a need, I think, to break free. Somebody here received some poor counsel. They didn't listen to the higher guidance. They kept holding on to a situation that I feel maybe ended at least 6 months ago. And I do feel things are not looking too good for this person in this situation, whoever it is. And so this is all about stop comparing yourself to other people and other people's relationships. But this weekend, I feel it's a whole dropping of a burden. It's a releasing of a long-standing burden. When you have to constantly work really hard and put in all of this work to you know, make something come into balance, and it just always loops back to the same issue. Nothing ever gets resolved. Nothing ever comes into balance. This can create a lot of health problems, a lot of stress. It can lead you down the pathway of addictions. I do feel there needs to be a situation release that's been held on to, and it's blocking an ending. There is an ending here. Endings aren't easy, but the ending leads to a new beginning. Maybe not right away, but eventually it leads you down a new pathway. And so who's been holding you back? Who do you need to release? What situation has been holding you back? Because there's a major spiritual transformation here going on. Insights are being downloaded. I feel an abundance of insights are being downloaded here. The truth is coming to light. And look at, there's that Queen of Swords. And so somebody needs to go and have a conversation with this Queen of Swords. And it's going to be a healing conversation, I feel. And so this could be a very difficult conversation. This could be somebody that you've divorced from. I do feel we've got a queen here, though, that she's going to cut you out. She speaks the truth. You better come with the truth. You better come correct. And she might be able to see the humor in it if you come correct. But I do feel we've got somebody here just focused on her transformation journey. And somebody's like in this tunnel of darkness. And if they want to get to the light, they're going to have to go and talk to this person. Because I feel this Queen of Swords is somebody's dream come true. And that's what's going to end these challenges. And so we've got a masculine here all up in his emotions. All up in his emotions, because maybe this was somebody he couldn't trust in the past, or that you couldn't trust in the past. But I do feel somebody has really hidden these deep-seated emotions. And I know it doesn't look like a true pair, but there is some type of separation here between two individuals is what it feels like. There's a need to gain the trust and the wisdom of these messages coming from your higher self. And there's that negative repetitive pattern. And so there's a need to heal a long-standing pattern. There's a need to heal a long-standing pattern. And until you complete this cycle, there is going to be a block when it comes to a new beginning. And so how do you push those fears aside? How can you push those fears aside? Because there does have to be a separation before going towards something new. And so you can't keep over romanticizing either here. You can't be holding on because of how it was in the beginning. Somebody here is really having a hard time, I think, finding faith in the future. Could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Could be an Aquarius. Could be an Aries, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But let's get a crystal medicine oracle and let's see what the outcome and the healing oracle is when it comes to this situation, okay? What is the crystal medicine? Look at that. Right out the gate. Transformation. And so I feel Kundalini energy. The snake energy, somebody, it's like the snake eating its own tail. That's kind of what it feels like. What's on the bottom of the deck? And rejuvenation. So there's transformation, there's rejuvenation. It's a 31 card and a 23. So I do feel a King of Wands here really struggling with doing the right thing. That's what it feels like. Doesn't have to be, but let's read out of the book and let's close this reading off. So the transformation card, 31 card, 5 of Wands energy. Yeah, somebody is really bitten off more than they can chew. It's like they're eating their own freaking tail right now. Doesn't feel very good. And I don't mean to chuckle, but the snake energy is saying somebody here, I feel a King of Wands energy here, is in the process of a very powerful spiritual transformation. And so this energy is available to all of us, right? But somebody here is expanding. They're awakening to something in their life, to a new level of understanding, to a new level of consciousness. And so there's a great opportunity here for this masculine energy, I feel, to let go of things that are no longer serving their highest good, so they can develop into a deeper sense of self and maybe develop into a deeper sense of relationships with others. And so this king's life is being shaken up to the core, and I think they are being greatly challenged. And so challenges is a huge part of personal growth. It's a huge part of awakening, and it's not comfortable, right? It's never comfortable to go through changes. But the bigger challenge here, I think, is to get to the other side and the blessing on the other side. Somebody is so afraid that that blessing isn't going to be there when they go through all of these challenges. And so somebody here needs to hear this. You are encouraged. Do not fight the process of transformation. Allow it. Surrender it and bring forward the powerful medicine of the snake, because I do think somebody here has felt a very deep stirring within their soul, and nothing can stay the same, right? Change is inevitable. Somebody is being guided to look deeper at old beliefs and old patterns that are no longer serving them. Are the ways that you used to do things not working for you anymore? Are you in a state of chaos and not sure what is happening? That's usually what happens when you go through an awakening. I'll never forget the beginning stages of this process. Have you been putting your energy into a new project, asking for guidance or sign that this is the right path? So basically, the universe has heard somebody's prayers, and somebody, I feel, is in a very frightening negative cycle, and it's time for them to bring their personal life back into balance. And so they might need to seek some assistance here, but somebody is birthing a deeper part of themselves so they can let go and finally begin to enjoy the ride. So let's read the 23 card. Oh, right to it. Rejuvenation. And so this really is about crossing the threshold. It is the perfect time to stop the old cycle and to rejuvenate and give back to yourself. So sometimes we live in such a very crazy, busy, fast-paced life. We forget to bring it back into the present moment. And so somebody here, I think, got caught up in a lot of drama, a lot of hustle and bustle, a lot of power and control dynamics. And this is a sign to say, hey, it's time to renew yourself. Somebody here, I feel, is getting really down on themselves. They're really confused. It feels like a lack of direction, a lack of energy, burnout, depression, anxiety, overcoming somebody here. But the real gift is here to clear the energy. Bring your life back into balance and create that space that you need to birth this new cycle. So I just feel it's kind of time for this renewal of energy so we can enjoy the sacredness of the next cycle. And that is what I have for a weekend check-in. Wow. I really hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If you would like to go further with me with a personal reading, check it out down below, guys. And I do look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thank you.